Have you ever wondered how we deal with uncertainty? Whether it's predicting the weather, diagnosing diseases, or even recommending your next YouTube video, probability is behind the scenes everywhere. It helps us make sense of randomness, measure uncertainty, and make better decisions. In this video, we'll explore how probability shapes the modern world from daily life to science and technology. When you check the weather forecast and it says there's a 70% chance of rain, that's probability in action. Meteorologists use huge amounts of data and mathematical models to estimate how likely it is that it will rain tomorrow. Insurance companies rely on similar ideas, calculating the probability of accidents, illnesses, or natural disasters to determine fair premiums. Even in sports, analysts and coaches use probability to predict outcomes, evaluate player performance, and decide on strategies during games. Whether you notice it or not, probability quietly guides countless decisions around us every single day. In the digital world, probability powers much of the technology we use. Every recommendation you see on YouTube, Netflix, or Spotify is driven by probabilistic algorithms that predict what you will like based on what you've watched or listened to before. In artificial intelligence and machine learning, probability helps computers learn from data. A spam filter, for example, doesn't know for sure which emails are spam. Instead, it calculates the probability that an email is spam based on patterns in the text and sender information. Self-driving cars use probability to estimate where pedestrians, vehicles, and obstacles might move next, especially when sensor readings are noisy or incomplete. Probability also plays a key role in science and engineering. Physicists use it to interpret noisy data from experiments and to understand systems that behave randomly, like particles in motion. Engineers use probability to assess the reliability of structures and machines, figuring out how likely a bridge, an airplane, or a microchip is to fail under different conditions. In navigation systems like GPS and Galileo, probability helps combine signals from multiple satellites, each affected by noise and timing errors. Algorithms like the Kalman filter use probabilistic reasoning to estimate a vehicle's position and velocity with remarkable accuracy, even when the measurements themselves are uncertain. In medicine, probability helps doctors make smarter and safer decisions. When a diagnostic test comes back positive, it doesn't mean a person definitely has the disease. Instead, doctors use probability, often through a process called Bayesian inference, to interpret what that test result actually means based on prior information, such as how common the disease is and how reliable the test is. Probability also drives clinical trials, where researchers measure how effective new treatments are by comparing outcomes across large groups of patients. These statistical tools help us understand the real impact of medical interventions and make evidence-based decisions. Probability is just as essential in finance and economics. Traders and investors use probabilistic models to forecast market movements, estimate risks, and design investment strategies that balance potential rewards with uncertainty. Businesses rely on probability to predict customer behavior, plan inventory, and evaluate the chances of success for new products or marketing campaigns. In all these cases, probability helps transform uncertainty into manageable, measurable information, from predicting rain to navigating spacecraft, from diagnosing illness to training artificial intelligence. Probability is one of the most powerful tools we have to understand the world. It doesn't eliminate uncertainty, it helps us work with it. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and check out our next video on how probability powers the Kalman filter and real-time tracking. Thanks for watching.